Undisputed, yeah.
Who want to smoke with me? 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 Who want to smoke with me?
Undisputed, yeah.
I want all the smoke. 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 I want all the smoke.
I'm Vasily King Rye.
This bout is scheduled.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
This is what you've been talking about for years to come. This is what your kids, your grandkids will be talking about. What a venue, what a fight, what action. What I say you must obey. Good luck.
Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up? Good counter left hand there. Both men step back for just a moment. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. As the great Phil Collins once sang, I can feel it in the air tonight. What a buzz.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the hat.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Trying to answer back. And he just missed with that left jab. Right punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here. What do we expect to see here in round two? Back and forth they go. Both men step back for just a moment. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got a double shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, every twist.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Not a lot of defense here at all. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Got out of the way of that right hook. He carries away the left uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell to start round 3. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Good punch. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe-to-toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Left punch. Missed him with that uppercut. He fails to score with that left hook. That's another scoring shot. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. There's the bell for round 4. Fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. He misses with that jab. He missed with that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play fair, play cool.
And he misses with the left uppercut. They better start respecting each other's punching power. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no depth. Back into the fray here in round 5. seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Nice shot with the left. Nice exchange here from both men. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong.
Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash. Big shot, and down goes Garcia.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
And the fighting to start, this should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. This is Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be facing Daniel Jacobs, the Miracle Man. 183 centimeters tall, weighed in at 73 kgs with... So here is Saul Canelo Alvarez. Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs. He bounced back from cancer as a 2-time middleweight world champion and has fought the best of the best in his division. Let's see what he's got for us here in this one.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And here we go.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of...
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the... And that's the opening bell, round 1. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Both men step back for just a moment. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Counter left. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Got out of the way of that right hook. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Beautiful counter punch. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Bring in a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. He's going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Jump on it. And every time you see him, take a big deep breath. Banging the body in.
There's the bell for round 2. Insane action. Nice score again with the left hand. Exchange here from both men. The counterfighter relies a lot on your instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Through the hook, didn't land. High punch. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're gonna get it. Kitchen sink.
Here we go in round 3. Who's gonna land the first big shot? He misses with that jab. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3 4 shot combinations before you even let one out. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Just misses with that jab. That hook won't score. He blocks that jab. Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood top. That's what you've got to look at. If you get and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. An eternity for them. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Fantastic punch. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. This fighter is sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sour.
Great work. Stay focused, mate. He's shouting. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now. Fight. It's so important now in this first minute of this next round to get on top of him.
On to the fifth we go. Both men step back for just a moment. Do you believe what we're seeing? These two were made for each other. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he misses with that jab. He missed with that jab. Neither man really defending themselves. He just misses with that big right hand. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have... On to the sixth round. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes on a dirty ring with fights like that, when you punch them, you just want to win. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands. Left shot lands. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you stay calm, play cool.
Nice exchange here from both men. What a shot that put him down. Would be wise here to take the full 8 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Here we go, it's round 7. Missed him with that uppercut. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Huge punch. That huge punch sends him down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Exchange here from both men. A big whiff with the right hook. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demanding.
The referee might want to step in here. He's got his eyes on him. Not over till it's over, but that knockdown is... And we enter the 8th round. Well, there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.